Well, hey there, Grace and Truth. On this week where we're focusing on giving you apologetics resources in the stuff we're sending out in the spiritual buffet, I wanted to turn you on to a resource that I just finished, which I really enjoyed. It's a book, The Forgotten Trinity by James White. James White is a debater, an apologist. Some people love him, some people hate him, some people love him when he's talking about some things and not others, and that's fine. We're grown-ups and we know how to chew the meat and spit out the bones. So if you're like, I can't believe he's recommending a James White resource, it's a good one, all right? A lot of you guys spend time, dialoguing with Mormons. I mean, we all do in this area, really, and Jehovah's Witnesses, and a lot of you guys spend more time than most dialoguing with Muslims about the doctrines of Jesus. Who is Jesus? And of course, our Christology, our study of Jesus, is the core of our faith. And so when we get into issues of the Trinity, that is a distinctive for us. That's a sticking point for everybody that's not a biblical Christian. Like, just nobody has that doctrine except us. And it's a tricky thing to talk about. It's a tricky thing to explain, because it's like, what is there in the world that you can point at and be like, oh yeah, it's kind of like this. We don't have that analogy. We've got some analogies, but they always break down, after not very long when you press on them. So how do you even talk about the Trinity? It's like God the Father is fully God, Jesus is fully God, and the Holy Spirit is fully God, and yet there's only one God. And so you've got one God with three persons, one entity and one nature with three distinct characters within him. Like, it's a very strange thing to talk about. So this book was helpful because most of the chapters are written to be very broad and accessible and readable. And then in some of the chapters, he'll say, all right, if you want to, throw down with the heaviness of the Greek or something like that, we'll go ahead. But it's helpful in this book to get some verbiage, to get some vocabulary for the discussion. And it's really easy in these Trinitarian conversations to get off in the weeds somewhere, get distracted by something, or start arguing about something super obscure that we maybe don't even have a full handle on. So anyway, I would recommend the book if that's something that you spend a lot of time wondering about or talking about with other people, or if you're one of those people that asks me a bunch of questions about the Trinity. Don't stop that. I mean, keep them coming. I love talking about this stuff. But it's a resource that would serve you well. And you don't have to read the whole thing cover to cover. You can go to the section that you need, and that'll help you out. So I will put a link to it on Amazon in the description, and then also it's on Audible as well if you want to listen. That makes it a little trickier when he's talking about Greek grammar and stuff, but it's still totally doable. So The Forgotten Trinity by James White, I would recommend it, and enjoy.